2013 San Diego County Fair. Since 1946, San Diegans have been going to where the surf meets the turf for greasy foods and great rides. The heart of the fair, though, has always been the events. From horseback riding to the flower displays and home arts to the art exhibits, these groups add depth and layers of creativity to the fair. This week on the show, Amber and I walk the historic fairgrounds and catch up with our favorite of the events here, the car show. Every day there's a new group of enthusiasts who display their rides and compete for the People's Choice Award. The day we were at the fair, Ford Thunderbirds were the showcase. They were provided by two clubs, the classic Thunderbirds of San Diego and the Wonderbirds. We talked with owners and organizers on the ins and outs of entering and winning these competitions. And we also fill up on that famous fair food. Game on!
Welcome to Overdrive San Diego. I'm Amber Mesker, my buddy Mark Maynard, and we're like two little kids because we're here at the Del Mar Fair. And I smell the fried food, I smell the horses, the games, the gift shops, and of course the cars. And that's kind of why we're here.
Yes! Too much of everything.
I know.
We like this.
We are going to indulge all day long, so we hope you stay with us because we got a lot going on. So I think what we might have to do, Mark, as much as I love you, we're gonna have to separate because there's so much to see here. What do you think?
Yes.
Yes.
Where are you gonna go?
I'm gonna go get some fried food because I am a fat kid and we all know this. I'm gonna go get some fried food. I'm also gonna talk to my friend Kristen here pretty soon. She's got all the history of the Del Mar Fair and lots to tell us. And for you, Mark, you want to go check out the cars?
The car clubs, yes. Every day, cars. Ooh, look at all this stuff. I'm so distracted.
I know. There's games, hats, lots of people, lots of carnies, a lot going on. This place is so much fun.
Ooh, kettle corn.
I'm so excited. I know, kettle corn. There's so much stuff for us to see. So stay with us. You are watching Overdrive San Diego. You ready?
Yahoo!
Ooh.
At the car show at the San Diego County Fair today. Every day through the fair's run through July 4th, there will be different car clubs from San Diego County displaying here. Today, it's two Thunderbird clubs. Great selection, some early birds, some newer birds, and some middle-aged birds here to look at. Later in the show, Amber and I take a look and we pick our favorites. Also, we'll interview the owner of this gorgeous burgundy 1960 square bird. But right now we're going to catch up with Amber, who's across the fairgrounds interviewing Kristen Brown, who puts on this show. Let's go see.
I'm Amber Mesker, and I'm here with the special events coordinator. This is Kristen Brown, and I asked her, Kristen, I'm going to go and get some really fat fried food here pretty soon, so maybe I should burn off a few calories before doing that. So her and I are going to take a little stroll here at the Del Mar Fair, and I've got some questions for you.
All right.
Now, I heard you've been with Del Mar Fair for quite a while, right?
Yeah, it's been in just about 10 years.
Nice.
Yeah, I started in 2004 as a mascot and started working car shows after that.
Tell me what the mascot was.
The mascot was the Cat in the Hat, so it was the year of Seuss. And it was kind of funny. You're just a rock star, and we had bike security because people would just maul me on the golf cart.
Because people want their picture, they want to touch you, they want to,
And nobody knows it's you, so it's pretty crazy.
That's a perfect job.
Yeah,
you get to
really
dress
is.
up and be a rock star without anyone really knowing who you are.
It's pretty fun.
Nice. So that's how you started, but then you switched over to doing more of the car shows.
Yes,
Right.
and I think that was a really fun year to start off with because I got to experience things that I hadn't done before. And
Right.
you get to see the insides of cars and see all these people that love their cars. And
Sure.
that was never a passion of mine before I started. So
Oh, I was going to ask you, like, have you always loved cars? Have you always had a thing for it? But it turns out your passion kind of came after you got the job.
It really was fun. And
Nice.
so you experience a lot of new people and new walks of life that you wouldn't normally get.
It's
so.
amazing, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
since I've actually started the show Overdrive, I had no idea just the car culture and the people it brings, meaning they have a passion for these cars.
It's so much
unbelievable.
fun.
It is
Yeah.
a lot of fun. It is.
So we've been doing that for about 14 years at the fair, and we've become such a big deal. People actually call us to make sure that they have spots reserved, and
Right.
we've had a number of car clubs that have been coming, like Triumph and
Definitely.
North County Cruisers and all of those. So
Wow. So what is your favorite part, I mean, job-wise now that you do?
I think my favorite part now is working with the Paddock Concert and Solid Gold series.
Okay.
And so you get to experience, like a couple years ago we had the Temptations in. They were a lot of fun, and you don't get to meet those people when you're just
No.
walking around the fair. So
How cool is that?
yeah.
So you have a passion for cars, you do all of that, and then you get to do the entertainment side, which is you guys have concerts.
Concerts
constantly.
every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we have 2 on Thursday that include the Solid Gold. So we have Little Anthony and the Imperials coming in tomorrow.
Right. And you've got lots of big names.
Yeah.
And when I say big names, at one point in time they really were like very big names.
Giant.
And now, I mean, still there's a generation that just loves some of these artists that come in. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible to see like my parents' age come out and just
Right.
awe over these people
Oh,
that
sure,
still rock.
Sure. Well,
It's
that's
pretty
gonna be
amazing.
you and I very
Yeah.
soon.
Pretty
That's
over
gonna be
there.
you and I very, very soon. So so far, I know Mark has already gotten a chance, and he's looking at these cars right now. Have you had just a car that's already kind of sang to you a little bit? Just
I do,
stared at you,
actually. And
that
he
you're just
actually-
like, that's mine.
He ended up being our People's Choice winner on Sunday. It was
Nice. Let's get a
Stingray.
Look at this.
he
Look
came in
at it. All right.
with
What
a North County
beautiful
Corvette.
car.
And he, I think, comes in for Good Guys as well. And so he parks outside my window, and I always just stare and drill at the car, and I want it so badly.
I will have you someday.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. And
Yeah.
these plaques you give out.
We give out to our People's Choice winners. So all throughout the day, people vote on their favorite cars.
Okay.
And then we give out a plaque at the end, and they're able to come back for the fair and enjoy it a little
Very
more.
nice. Now I'm sure being here, for over 10 years, starting as a mascot, you've had to watch this car show just grow
Yeah.
and grow and grow and grow and become very popular and kind of be a mainstay here at the fair.
Yeah, we started with just a few, and we actually had to reach out to them. We really need you to bring in cars. We really need,
Right.
and now we have posters, and people come just for the posters.
Sure.
And they'll call up, months in advance. We're pretty much booked in March for the car show.
Oh wow, that
So
says a lot.
Yeah.
It says a lot.
it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of work internally. We work with Sign Shop to make the posters daily, and we work to get them passes onto the fair and everything else.
Because what people don't realize is even though the Del Mar Fair is how long does the Del Mar Fair go for?
It's only 24 days, so
So
it's June 8th to July 4th.
You've got 24 days, but what people don't understand is it's actually a 12-month process.
Yeah, we start as soon as it's over.
So much studying goes into it. I mean, and not just the cars, but the entertainment as well. Because you've got to book these artists well in advance, and then you got to put up with their divas, their diva attitudes when they get here. I can't even imagine.
It's pretty funny, but they're always a good time once they get here, and
Right.
it's always a good show. So
Right, definitely.
they're worth it. Doesn't
Nice.
matter what we put up with.
Nice. Well, nice. And you plan obviously to stay here.
Yeah, I do love it. Can't ever go too far.
I asked her earlier. I said, "How do you stay so skinny being around all this like fried food?" And she said, "I walk everywhere."
Yeah, every chance you get. No golf
Right.
carts.
Now, how long? How big is this show?
I believe it's a couple miles across, so
See,
you
there you
can
go.
you can get some serious work in.
Kristen, this is justifying what I'm about to consume, and that's why I asked you. So maybe I'll just take a couple laps around the fair,
Yeah.
and then we'll justify everything I'm about to eat.
It's gonna be pretty good, actually.
Definitely. All right. Well, is there anything coming up that you know, people want to know for at least next year? So if you didn't get your car in this year, what they need to know and be prepared for?
They can always contact the special events department,
Okay.
entertainment@sdfair.com, and see if there's a spot for them, and if they want to be part of the car show or even an entertainment. Our applications go online in January. So
very nice. And what about a mascot? I mean, do you guys happen to need one? I have a lot of time on my hands, so I thought
we sure do. You can always dress up in Webster. He's our mascot this year. Our
Nice.
big giant word game board.
Now there is one. There's one guy in particular that I saw earlier that I really definitely want to meet. And
Rocket the robot.
yes,
He's amazing, isn't he?
yes, he's huge. I saw him. I'm like, what is going on? I have a semi-crush. I'm a little bit in love. What's going on there?
It's pretty wild. He was here a couple of years ago on his start, and he's been making his own costume, his own robot outfit every year and upgrading it every year, and it's that dances around, and it's
right
spectacular actually.
And he rides around in, what do you call those?
The Segways.
Yes, in a Segway. He's rolling around here in like this huge robot.
I'm surprised he can see anything, but he always does.
Oh, nice. Well, see, there you go. There's so much to see here at the fair. There's so much to do, whether it's entertainment, and of course, all of you watching, the car enthusiasts, the Del Mar Fair is the place to be. So, Kristen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
But if you don't mind, I'm going to go get some food.
You should.
That's really what we're here for. Stay with us, you guys. We got headlines coming up, and I'm going to feed and stuff my face with Mark. You are watching Overdrive San Diego.
San Diego County Fair isn't just about livestock, rides, and fried foods. It's also about classic cars. Every fair day through the span, there are clubs that come in and display their cars, and today we've got Thunderbirds. I'm talking to Ken Harkema, who has lots of Thunderbirds, lots of collector cars, and he's had all varieties of T-Birds, the 56, 57, and now the big birds, 58, 59.
Up through 66. Up through 66.
Now,
right.
This car you have here,
Yeah.
59?
60. This
60.
is a 60, but the body styles, they ran them in 3-year series. So 58, 59, and 60 were the same. 61, 62, 63 were the same. And 64, 65, 66 were the basic same body.
And you've got examples of each generation.
Yeah.
These are great. I love the big bird. I don't know why. It's just something appealing to it to me.
Well, they're particularly what they call the square bird, this body style. It's sculptured. The lines are sculptured. You don't see anything like this in modern cars, you know. And I just love them. I mean, I've been restoring them for 40 years, and I just really like them.
What else makes this 60 special, different from the 59? Engine, transmission?
Well, honestly, there wasn't a lot of difference between 59 and 60 other than grill, emblems, the trim on the outside. In 59, they went to the bigger Lincoln motor as an option, the 430 cubic inch motor.
Yeah.
And also in this year, 1960, they had a factory sliding sunroof, of which only 2,500 were built.
Neat.
So those are pretty rare.
Well, let's go up and look at the front. We'll see some grill on here. This looks immaculate for the restoration on this car.
Yeah,
Now,
I even put the vintage plates on it, you know, correct for the year.
This is just so nice. Look at that. The good times of 1960 are just embodied in the styling on this. What's the engine in this car?
This is a 352 cubic inch, 300 horsepower.
It was a 3-speed automatic?
3-speed automatic was an option. The base car came with a 3-speed manual transmission on the column.
Wow.
And the next option up was the same thing with an overdrive, and then finally the automatic transmission. Everything on these cars was optional. Outside rear view mirrors, heater, radio. Yeah, you paid for all of that. Yeah, it was extra.
Now, what is it you like about driving this car with some of your other T-Birds?
I particularly like the square birds. I have the little birds, and as I was explaining to somebody else, the little birds are great. I love them.
Yeah.
They're not very comfortable. You know, they're not a long distance car. Whereas these cars, you know, 4-seater, you can take 4 people, and you can drive them.
Yeah.
I could drive this car 400 or 500 miles, and it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah.
I can't say the same for the little Thunderbird.
Yeah, it looks enjoyable. Now the chrome has been redone.
Yeah,
on
the chrome's
this.
been redone. It's been repainted.
Is this a factory color?
There's a factory color called Vintage Burgundy, and it's a black leather original. It's not the original leather, but it came with the black leather interior and factory air conditioning.
What was the list price on this one?
Base price was about $3,700, a fully optioned hardtop car would run you about $4,500. And a convertible, you could tack on another $400 or $500 on that. Yeah.
No, what nice features on this.
Yeah.
Oh, bucket seats, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Look at that. I love the original treatment to the interior.
Yeah.
Now, when you go into your garage, you've got various T-Birds. Which one do you like to go out and drive around? Of your collector cars?
Of all the cars, the one that you saw previously, it's called Beechwood Brown 60 convertible.
Yeah.
With a tan leather interior and an off-white top. Yeah, I've held that car for 28 years, so it's kind of my keeper.
Yeah. Now you do a lot with cars in San Diego.
Yeah, I restore. Yeah,
so you restore cars, Thunderbirds. That's your specialty.
I do other cars. I had a Nomad in a couple of weeks ago, 442 Olds. But I can work on them, but I prefer working on the T-Birds because I've been working on them so long, and I know them. I know where to get the parts.
It's accumulated knowledge.
Years and years of making mistakes. Finally, you get it right.
Yeah. Is there a Thunderbird that you haven't been able to get that you'd like to? Something special, an engine option or body style?
That's a hard question because I've had 150 Thunderbirds, so it's kind of hard.
Oh yeah,
for me
you've had them all.
Yeah, I've had just about all of them, but the Squarebird is my favorite, 58 through 60 body style.
Yeah.
That's the one I like.
What are the cars you drive? Which gets the biggest reaction from people? Because they're always
These Squarebirds get a lot of They're starting to. A lot of people don't even know who makes this. They'll come up to me and says, "What is a Thunderbird and who makes it?"
Oh yeah.
You know, they just don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised a lot of the younger kids really like the line and the style and the sculpturing of the cars. Yeah.
Now, did you buy the new Thunderbird when they brought that back?
No, I didn't buy one. I've driven them, but it wasn't there for you. The Retro Bird isn't. It's a nice car. Don't get me wrong.
You know, on that redesign when Ford did that, they used so many of the Thunderbird touches in there throughout that car.
Yeah. Well, they played on the two-seat Bird. That's what they were trying to do to bring that back. And unfortunately, I think personally that the price was a little too high. They were competing with very high-end cars, and they just couldn't sell enough of them to make a go. I won a trophy with one of my other cars up at the Fabulous Fords Forever show.
Yeah, big show.
Henry Ford presented me the trophy, and I asked him, when are you bringing back the Thunderbird? And he laughed at me. So.
What did he know?
Yeah.
Terrific. Thanks for sharing your car.
All right,
Appreciate it.
Okay, you're welcome.
Welcome back. You're watching Overdrive San Diego. I'm Amber Mesker, and Mark Maynard is over checking out the cars. So I thought, I'm going to be a good co-host, I'm going to be a good friend, and I'm going to grab some fried food for us. And where can you do that? Only at the Del Mar Fair this summer. So I thought I'm going to go to my favorite place, which is Chicken Charlie's, and I love it. So come on. Come meet my friend Tony. This is the place to be, and little do you know, it's the Krispy Kreme Sloppy Joe that is making headlines, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, this thing is going wild.
Yeah, it's been all over the news. It's trending online. It's just blown up, and for good reason, because it is phenomenal. It is delicious.
Well, I have to tell you, I have to admit, I've already tried it. It's amazing. I've been having dreams about it, so I'm finally back shooting Overdrive, and I had to come and get it if you don't mind.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Good.
Anything else we can get for you?
All right. Well, yeah, since we're at it, let's go ahead and I'm going to do the fried cookie dough. Let's go ahead and do the waffle dog for sure. The Krispy Kreme, definitely. You have a fried Klondike.
Fried Klondike bar.
I don't care if I have a heart attack after all of this. I'm eating it all, so let's go ahead and do it, Tony.
It's delicious. I'll tell you what, that's a lot of stuff. Do you mind coming back here and ordering it yourself?
You're putting me to work.
Yeah, please, come on. Help me out.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
Right at that window, right there.
All right, just yell, right?
Just yell at him.
Hey, yo, hey, hi. Hi there. Okay, I'm gonna order pretty much everything fried. So Tony said it's cool. I want, let's see, let's go with the pickles, let's go with the waffle dog. I'll definitely take that. Let's make
you gotta try
fried
the cookie
Oreo.
Dough.
Yeah, the cookie dough oh my God, cookie dough, yes. Kool-Aid. Listen, basically I'll take it all. All right, so I appreciate it. And of course, the famous Sloppy Joe, Krispy Kreme. Oh, I want it all. And I'm gonna take this too. And whatever this is. Bye. Oh, my happy fat child is fist pumping right now.
I love it.
Tony,
Yes.
what have you brought me?
I got some good stuff for you. Okay, so right here is our original deep fried Oreo cookies.
Okay.
This is the bacon wrap pickle. Deep fried cookie dough, one of my new favorites. That's
Oh
new
my
this
God,
year.
well, this is my new favorite too.
This is our fried Kool-Aid, topped off with more Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid? Oh my God.
That's right, only at Chicken Charlie's.
And what is this beast?
This right here is a deep fried Klondike bar. Crispy on the outside, just a little melted on the inside and still frozen very hard in the very center.
Oh my gosh. I don't care that
Phenomenal.
my arteries are already
No,
clogging just
no,
looking at
they
this.
won't.
I don't even
0
care.
calories.
I'm gonna do
We fry the fat right out of it.
You know what to say to a woman.
This is a Krispy Kreme sloppy Joe.
Oh my God.
This is the good
This
stuff
is what
right
I was
here.
talking about, you guys. This is what they are famous for. Tony,
Yes.
I cannot thank you enough.
Thank you.
You and Chicken Charlie's, because I'm taking this. I'm gonna head out. I hate to grab and run.
problem.
But I gotta
Enjoy
go
it.
meet my buddy Mark, and he's gonna be one happy camper. So best of luck the rest of the fair.
Thank
I
you.
have a feeling you are gonna do very, very well.
Thank you.
You guys stay with us because I'm gonna try and get some more hands, and I'm making Mark and I very happy during headlines. All right, let's go head over. Oh, I'll be back. Marky Mark.
Bring it on.
Mark, I
Bring
bought all this
it
food, and look at you.
You gotta
You
have
have
a balance.
feast. Well, you have a feast,
Well,
my
what'd you bring?
friend. I
Ooh.
brought you some very good stuff.
the-
It's sticking together. It's so good.
The fried bacon pickles.
This is the first time
I'm
during
in.
headlines that I think we're actually indulging ourselves in some good food.
Yeah, good food. Maynard's Garage style. Yeah,
Let's
baby.
eat up, shall we? I have to try the sloppy Joe.
What is
That? I
Oh.
can't remember. I think that's cookie dough.
cookie dough? Oh,
What do you
wicked.
think?
Oh my God.
Yeah?
Big ice cream.
I'm in love. This is very
Ice
good.
cream.
All right, shall we get to headlines?
Fab.
My gosh, Mark, you gonna be okay? You gonna make
You know, the fun thing about buying a new car is the options you can put on it.
Yes.
And a sport package is always desirable. Ooh, sport package. I could look better, go faster. Among the elements of a sport package are high performance tires. Great, give the car grip.
It's
They roll-
safer, correct?
Well, it's not necessarily safer than a touring tire, but you've got that look.
Then what's the point? I mean, you would think that because this is pricey.
It sticks to the road better.
Right.
Makes you go. You can go faster through turns. You get the feel.
Okay.
But they usually don't have as high mileage rating, so they wear out faster. Then when you go to replace them,
Right.
they're wicked expensive.
How expensive? What are we talking
Couple
about?
$100 a tire, sometimes
Oh.
more. $300 a tire, sometimes.
Oh, is the sport package really worth it?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
But see, Goodyear tapped into that idea, and they have come out with a new tire. Goodyear Sport All Season. It's a high-performance tire,
Okay.
and it's sort of at a budget price. Pricing starts at about $100.
Okay.
So they're going to offer this in 47 different sizes. Right now, they're available in tires of 17-inch, 18-inch, 19-inch. Prices, they'll go up, from $100 to almost $300.
Oh my gosh.
But that's still a bargain price.
hey,
And
if you tell me it's worth it, I trust you.
well, this is an all-season high-performance tire, which is almost an oxymoron, because to make a high-performance tire, you usually concentrate on the compounding for sticky and gripness.
Right.
But this tire you can drive in snow and ice. It's a 4-season. You put it on, you don't worry about it, and it even looks good. Sometimes, the tire, it's got to look good on the car.
Well, sure.
is a
If you're going to
good-looking
spend
tire.
that much money, you want it to look good.
Yeah,
but I
well-
have to ask you this, though. Someone here in San Diego, is it really that useful, an all-season tire like that?
Absolutely, because you get rain here in San Diego.
Right.
And when it rains for the first time in the season, the
It
streets
gets
are all
slick,
greasy
yes.
and yucky. Definitely.
Okay.
So this is kind of an interesting proposition because when you buy that sport package and your tires wear out, people go in there, I can't spend $300 a tire, and then they buy something cheaper. And then they go, oh, my car doesn't handle the same. It's not the same as it was.
Right.
So now these are tires designed, it'll work on a Mustang, a Mazda 6, a Honda Accord, a whole range of cars. And what's also cool is like on your new Jetta, if you wanted to like put a little more stick to it, you could put these tires on your car, and it would give it that sporting ability.
Okay. All right.
So
You've convinced me.
It's kind
You've
of
convinced
a
me.
neat mix there. You know, a lot of times people will buy the sport package because it's got neat stuff in it, and they're not going to drive it like it's a high-performance sports car. So they don't need that 3-season tire or that 2-season tire for that much money. They'll be perfectly happy with this tire.
Okay.
There you go.
I trust you.
New from Goodyear,
I
on
trust you.
sale now.
Get it. You heard Mark.
Well,
you heard the man. Get it.
It's an innovation. We need that. You need that.
That's just because you know my driving, and yes, you're right, I do need it. Now let's talk about something that I'm very familiar with, which is the Jeep Cherokee.
Jeep Cherokee. This is the all-new. They've brought back the nameplate. In the Cherokee, it used to be that Jeep standby. You could beat that thing to pieces and it would still come back.
Right.
Off-roaders
Very reliable.
loved it. Steel, coarse as a cob, but very workable off-road and on. Well, they took it away a year ago. Now they're bringing back the Cherokee name on a vehicle that's sourced with Fiat and Chrysler. The first Jeep that's a partnership with Fiat in this.
Interesting. I like the Fiat. Small, but I do like
Not the 500 because they're getting into the whole parts bin.
But I
of Fiat.
can't say that I'm not a huge fan of the Jeep Cherokee, the look, but I do like this new look.
Well, the new
it's
one
just
is
sleek. There's just a little more modern. They really kind of tweaked a few things to make it look good.
Jeep
I
would
used
love
to
to
have a
hear that.
Liberty for a long time. I had one for
Really?
about 4 years, so
Well-
I like Jeep. I've always enjoyed Jeep.
Well, see, the Liberty, they canceled.
Yes.
And this Cherokee will come in
It's
and
kind
replace
of taking
that.
the replace.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I like it better. I do. And I loved my Liberty. I did. But I like the look of it. I think it just looks, they just made some sleek changes to it.
This is an extremely controversial topic in the Jeep world among owners. Because the Cherokee, we love that. You get beat it up, you can take it off-road. And now here's a car-based Jeep Cherokee.
Right.
It's such a revered name. But, you know, this is a car-based vehicle, and that you think it's good looking, that's what Jeep wants to hear, because the Liberty was a huge seller for them.
Well, sure it was, because, you know, someone who likes a Jeep but doesn't really want the bulkiness of it, that's what appealed to me. I thought, well, this is perfect. I like a Jeep, but I want something smaller that's, you know, whips around, but it still had four-wheel drive. At the time I was driving in snow, great car for, I would say, a younger girl who wanted not the big version, wanted the baby version.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
All right.
But I do like, and I like the look of it too. I'm not a huge fan of the older Jeep Cherokee look.
Yeah,
So the Liberty fit, you know, my lifestyle and more of my taste.
Well,
but I do like the new look. It looks good.
This one's really cool. The pricing ranges from about $24,000 up to $30,000, $31,000.
Which is
you've
reasonable.
got several different models, and you've got 3 different all-wheel drive systems that'll work with it. 2 engines, 4-cylinder and a V6.
Very nice.
And on the 4-cylinder, fuel economy up to 31 miles per gallon. And it also debuts a new 9-speed transmission. I've never heard of a 9-speed transmission yet, so this is breaking. You know, you've got 6, 7, 8.
Why do you think Jeep did that?
Fuel economy. And this will be a world car for them. They'll sell this Cherokee all over the country.
You know, I did hear too,
world.
and I read that you're going to be saving so much more gas in this car than you would the Liberty before, which was kind of, you know, what people had an issue with.
The issue with Jeeps is that they have to be built to a heavy-duty standard.
Yep.
So they're finding ways now to build that heavy-dutiness without adding extreme weight, and that was the case with Liberty.
Yeah.
You know, the transfer case, and then the skid plates, and the, you know, all of that to make it Jeep trail rated.
Yeah.
So this one's, you've got a trail rated, you got the Trailhawk off-road version that you can do those things with. So it'll be interesting to see how it comes out.
We'll see, hopefully. I mean, if it appeals to me, and I was a big Liberty fan, I think that's a good thing.
Sounds good, Jeep.
That's a very good thing. You want your tires, I want my Jeep. There we go.
Well, no, the world is changing so fast.
Very true.
You know, and it's
Gotta
all
keep up.
toward fuel economy, the aerodynamics. That's why you've got that nice sleek styling on that.
Speaking of changing, I've changed from one dish, and now I'm moving on to another, if you don't mind. I'm going to try this deep fried, I think this is the Oreo cookie. Oh my God. Really?
Oh, wow.
Mark, are we a fan?
Yeah. I like them with the yellow Oreos, too.
I'm going to, napkin? Anybody?
Makeup.
Napkin? Perfect. Here we go. See, that's how nice it is. Look at our camera crew here.
Okay.
So, there you go.
Yeah.
Am I okay?
Are my teeth chocolatey?
You're fine. Don't even worry about it.
All right.
What do you think?
I love these.
You too.
Oh,
So good.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Deep fried Oreo.
I'm loving it.
Deep fried pickles. Oh, check it out.
I know, we've got it all.
Honey,
All right.
and bacon. Bacon on it. You can put bacon on this and it would be good.
You could put bacon on anything and I pretty much eat
Bacon
it.
wrapped deep fried Oreo. Come
Yeah.
on, chocolate, bacon.
It's good, buddy.
All right. Another cool news thing came across the wire this week.
Yes. I've been waiting to get to this. This is
Well,
actually
man,
my favorite part.
Yeah, Toyota is now showing at the big international toy show in Tokyo. And they've done this before. They were there last year with
Right.
a car concept. Well, they're back this year with what their concept is called Carmat 57S. And this is kind of a wild thing that they do. They're there, and they've got this little car. It's about the size of a smart 4.2. Length, width, more or less.
The driver's seat is in the middle
It's
of the car.
center. It's a 3-seat
Then you've got 2 seats in the back.
in the back.
And they're making it, what I heard as far as the name goes, karma in Japanese was supposed to mean care, or it means care, to
Yeah.
care for, and what they want you to do is to care for your car.
Yeah.
And then the
with
S,
family, yeah.
yes, exactly. And then the S, I think represents something like to be in touch. So they want you to care for your car and to be in touch with each other, which means that the parent will be closer to the kids while they're in the back and you're in the middle. I just thought it was, what a different concept.
It's a complete cultural concept.
Oh yeah, well it's
But
very outside the
It's
box.
almost like a Fisher-Price
Yes.
car. But it's open top and it engages families and their young children
Right.
because what they're doing is seeding the inspiration of car enthusiasm to young people.
Yeah.
And they're saying, what would you like to put on your car, John?
And
E?
the colors, I mean, the colors that you can choose for this car are unbelievable. They're kind of like kid colors.
57 pieces,
I
you know, and you
love
just...
it. You can just choose which colors you want. No, here's what I have to ask you though. I read somewhere and I'm a bit confused. You're actually going to make it so that you can help, like the driver can help.
Check it out. Yeah, they say even a kid, because it's an electric car.
Right, a
even
child
kid
can drive it, but then a parent can be driving also from
to
the
help
back.
with the control somehow.
So teacher, I mean, this car is pretty crazy, and we'll see how well it does.
It's, you know, it's an interesting opportunity for Toyota to
Right.
help figure out what the future
We'll
is
see.
going to be.
All right, stay with us. You're watching Overdrive San Diego. Welcome back. You are watching Overdrive San Diego. Amber Mesker,
Driving with
Mark
the T-Birds.
Maynard, and we're here at the Del Mar Fair, and we're finally getting to the best part, which I'm sure everybody's been waiting for, which is to take a look at some of the Thunderbirds. Starting at what, 55? Tell me a little bit about the Thunderbird history.
Well, these have become known as the small birds, 55, 56, 57. And you can always tell the 55s because in the removable hardtop, there's no side window, what became known as the porthole.
Okay.
So when we see the 56, you'll know there's by the porthole in the top.
Was this a hot car? Like, I mean, in my opinion,
Absolutely.
love it. Beautiful, sexy.
Oh, it represented good times.
I was just gonna say.
Booming economy.
So this went well, but the Thunderbird didn't last that long. That's the thing.
Well, really it did, because it went in 3 generations, 55 to 67, 59, 60, 60. It probably went in through production into 1980 when there's a version of a Ford Thunderbird.
Well, I'm glad you brought up the 80s because, ew. No. Look at them side by side. I mean, really. 80s? Not so much.
Yeah.
60s, still a beautiful car. I'm still a 50s girl when it comes to a Thunderbird because they're gorgeous. That's how they were meant to be. 1960, not too bad.
60, gorgeous. Now these two represent 1956.
Love it, love it. And
Beautiful
then, what you were talking
red.
about, Mark, with the window in the back, this is kind of where it started.
That's the porthole.
I really like it.
I love this one because it's a survivor, unrestored in its natural state.
This is the view. So you have one, I mean, exact same car, but you've got one that's already been refurnished and it does look great. But this one, whoever owns this car loves this car. Took care of this car.
Looks like original paint,
I know.
original chrome, everything. An interesting footnote about these early Thunderbirds is that they also used the production Ford headlights and taillights. So for 55, it had the regular Ford
Right.
taillights, headlights, and so you can kind of see that. It was
Right.
clever production use.
Sure,
that
it was.
Had
yeah.
the same.
You don't need two different.
When you look at the
pair of
fins,
lights,
it compared with the regular Fords.
Smart Ford, very, very smart. Now we're going to show you a car.
This represents the revival of Thunderbird when it came back in 2002. V8 motor, classic Thunderbird, sporty roadster.
I like it. I mean, it's more of a modern take on the 50s Thunderbird, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm a fan, Mark.
To me, this would have worked better as a Lincoln
yes.
than it did as a Ford when it came out.
Yep. And I'm not a fan. I mean, the gold is okay, but there's just something about
they
that
had lots of
fiery
colors.
red over there.
Fiery red and the turquoise.
I know. Let's get to the turquoise.
Thunderbird Southwest. You got the Thunderbird coloration, and in the Thunderbird badge, the green, the turquoise color. It's awesome.
Is this your favorite car? Because you kept referring to this.
Well, no,
turquoise.
I just like this. Now this must be a 55 because look, it has the older style badges.
I know. I noticed that. Am I allowed to touch
checkered
it?
flags?
Oops.
They will let you touch anything, but this is such a wonderful color.
You know what I noticed too about the turquoise is that everything matches, including the steering wheel, the leather seats. I mean, you put a lot of time and detail into this.
You just feel good and free looking at these. This white one is beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Ooh, anybody remember American Graffiti, Suzanne Summers? That glimpse of that sultry blonde.
I do remember watching
fantasy
that movie.
time. Every guy.
Yes, every guy loved the car and loved the girl.
God, look
This
at
is a gorgeous car. This might possibly be one of my favorites.
Well, there's some more white ones to look at. Oh, this one's a beauty.
Here's another one, right? A 57. My gosh, pretty car. Oh, and hello.
Gorgeous.
We're admiring your car, sir. Looks good.
Oh, I like the Kelsey Hayes wheels. Very special.
I love the dice. Matches. Details. Details, Mark.
Wow. All right, and then over here, powder blue, baby blue.
Gorgeous.
And nothing says 50s better than baby blue. It was such a good time. Ooh, 55? Yes, definitely. See, it hasn't had the Thunderbird nameplate yet. Nicely done. There's another recreation.
It's 2005, right?
Somewhere in there, yeah. I think it ran from 2002 to
Now
this is a beauty. This 57.
Mark, how did they do when they brought it back? I mean, what was the reaction? Was it a crowd pleaser, or was it kind of not?
There was huge media buzz. I mean, all the writers were anticipating it. We drove it. It was fine, and
But really, it comes back down to these.
It comes back to these. This is the heritage. This is the car that people want. I would have no trouble. When people ask me, what would you buy? 56 T-Bird.
Really?
Black. Yeah.
Look at you.
56 black would
I
be
don't blame you, though.
I mean, my fantasy car. I love it.
But Suzanne Summers does not come with it, Mark.
I don't care if it's not a terrific driver, whatever. I just like the style.
Right.
It reminds me when I was a wee driver. My dad would take me to this lumberyard, and in the lumberyard, the guy had collected Thunderbirds, but he had two little battery-powered ones that you could sit in and drive.
Okay.
Which I never got to do, but man, I always wanted to.
Oh,
so that's maybe why I like that.
Maybe that's why you always want what you can't have.
That's true.
Very true.
All right, now, you have a favorite?
Okay, my absolute favorite, I'm gonna go to the one right behind you.
Oh, the turquoise.
The turquoise.
55.
There's just something beautiful about it, and I love it. And although it may not have the windows in the back that, later on had, there's something about that everything matches. The color's gorgeous. I picture myself in this car.
It's just classic balance in the lines of this car.
Beautiful. I love it.
You just want to go driving.
Yes, this is my pick. This is my winner. This is my choice.
All right.
And yours?
I'm right there. I'm right there with you on this one. But today and in this show, I have to go for that unrestored, the Survivor. It's so special to see something that's been cared for, cherished in its original, unmolested state. I love that.
Unmolested. Well, we all want to be unmolested, Mark. Yes, we do. Okay, well, let's go ahead and see who actually won. Take a look.
First order of business is to announce the winner of the People's Choice Award, which goes to Bill and Dee Heydrich with 57. Chevrolet in the flagpole slot. Very good. Thank you. Congratulations. These are 4 tickets to return to the fair.
All right.
And thank you so much for coming. Congratulations.
Very good.
We're with the winners of the People's Choice Award at the Thunderbird show today, Bill and Dee Heydrich, this gorgeous 1957 Thunderbird.
Thank you.
How long have you guys owned your car?
20 years now.
Wow. So you've probably, built it up,
Yep.
won many awards.
Got a few.
And what's your club in San Diego?
San Diego Classic Thunderbirds.
San Diego Classic Thunderbirds. This is neat stuff.
Yeah.
So then you drive it regularly?
Yes. Yeah, we go to meetings,
Wow.
we go to parades, and we do
And car
other
shows,
functions.
Fun
We do
stuff.
functions.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Do you have other Thunderbirds in your collection?
No,
Not
we
now.
did. We did have.
We had a couple other ones.
You just kept the best one.
Well, we just
There
finished
you go.
repainting this one.
Oh, gorgeous.
Last year.
Yeah. What color? Is this a factory
No,
white or
It's super white.
super white?
It's
And it
normally
is.
the colonial white like that other,
Yeah.
the lighter.
Now this is a soft top. Did it also come with a hard
Yes,
top?
hard top too. We
Yeah.
like a convertible.
These are.
Top it, yeah.
This is a gorgeous piece of history.
Thank you.
Good luck in the future.
Thank you.
It's fun to talk with you.
We'll look at
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dee.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
stay
Dave.
with us. We've got a whole bunch more on the show.
Welcome back. You're watching Overdrive San Diego. I'm Amber Mesker, and this is Mark Maynard.
I'm
and
driving
we are at
Skyfari.
the San Diego County Fair. We've enjoyed our day, which has been full of, fried food, Thunderbirds,
Cars, yeah.
cars, some great interviews. I mean, really,
No, it was.
if you haven't been, you got to go. And if you didn't go this year, you got to go next year.
Oh, she got till July 4th to go. It's a great time.
It is a
It
very,
is
very
pure
good time.
summer. It just feels like vacation.
I know,
It's
and
good.
lots of great concerts.
Concerts. Oh yeah, something for everybody.
That's right, something for
including
everybody.
a ride for Amber.
Okay, stop. Mark knows I am deathly afraid of heights, and as great of the view as this is very scary.
Okay.
So, listen, we want to say goodbye real fast, but first, we want to say thank you so much to Frank Motors, as always.
Oh, Frank Motors, thank you. We want to thank Ken Harkema for his interview with the 1960 gorgeous Big Bird.
And Kristen, thanks so much for giving us a little walkthrough of the fair and let us know.
Oh, and for organizing the car show. Oh
Exactly.
man, what a job.
Exactly. And to all of you for watching, we appreciate it, and we will see you next weekend here on Overdrive San Diego.